time, the like stream went. Right, that was my phone. Nice. Like, it's been falling all day. All right. Besides that, I'm gonna be showing you how to play every operator on defense and on attack. So this is live. There's probably not gonna be any cuts, so I'm sorry if you're unpleased with that. Skip if there is any cuts, and yeah, let's get on to the video. So with Striker, he has 3 guns. He has a DMR, shotgun, and this gun that I'm using right now. And he has 2 slots that you can use your secondary weapons or whatever you want to call them. Now, usually you can make rotations if you want to. Now, why I have grenades and C4s is because they both do basically the same things, which I think is really OP. And the cool thing about Striker is that he is the most different that he could probably be from most operators. Most operators only have one really item slot or whatever you want to call it. I don't really know what to call it, but alright. But yeah, he is a pretty good operator. He has, I'm pretty sure, 2 out of 3 health, I think. So that's pretty cool about him too. And this gun doesn't have too much recoil at all. So if you're new to the game, it's pretty good. You should recommend using it. Oh my god, my aim. And he is pretty much a support operator if you have his supporting items. But you can also roam with him, but I don't recommend. Because his guns aren't really too good to roam with. So I do not recommend roaming with him, or else your teammates are probably going to be a little bit mad. Now let's move on to the next operator. The next operator is one of my favorites, Smoke. He is usually defense operator, but sometimes people roam with him. He has a smoke charge, or smoke, whatever you want to call it. And whenever you throw it, you can use this ability, and it's kind of hard to see through the smoke, as you can see. And it will damage your enemies. And it will damage your teammates, which I don't know why. But it will. So don't throw it at your teammates, or else you will get a penalty. And a penalty makes it so you can't team kill your teammates, or else you'll kill yourself. So yeah, try not to get the penalty either way, because the penalty will make it so you don't get a lot of reputation. I mean, it'll make your reputation look really bad, and you'll like lose like renown. Like if you have a good reputation, you will get good renown. Meaning, if you play a quick match or anything like that, you can get a ton of renown as you play. But if you have a bad reputation by team killing your teammates, you won't get as much renown as you could be gaining. So you're basically losing renown. And let's go to the new other operator. I mean, it's not new. It's not new. So this one is a support operator. You can put his mute jammers down and don't roam with him, because he's not a really good person to roam. He's a support operator. Whenever I say support operators, it means like support your team and not just to like mainly roam or anything like that. And if you don't know what roaming means, it just means going around the map and not staying in the bomb site. So you should just stay in the bomb site and not go around the map. And that's basically it. And never go any other gun but their primary with mute and smoke, because that just goes to show that you're gonna lose, because that's a very bad idea. With his operator, it's just very bad to go his secondary and not his primary, so make sure to not go his primary. Always go, I mean, no, secondary. And you cannot really shoot people from like far range, because like it's a shock, and obviously you won't get like a ton of damage dealt. but sometimes if you get lucky, you can kill someone from far away. So that guy's 50 Cent now, because I just shotgunned him and he didn't die. And we're going to be going to the next operator, which is Castle. Now, Castle has a shotgun, and so does his secondary. Secondary has a shotgun, which in some cases can be overpowered. And he has a really good shotgun. And he is mostly a support operator with his barricading door thing, or ability. It takes 8 hits for it to break, and every breach charge in the game can easily break it. And he's a stay in sight operator because he is a support operator. Most support operators you have to stay in sight for. And he has a primary gun, which I think is really good. It doesn't have too much recoil because it doesn't shoot really fast like that. It doesn't shoot really fast, but it is still a good gun if you're new to the game and you don't really know how to control a lot of recoil yet. It is really good. So I recommend using it if you're new, but I'm pretty sure you have to buy it with Renown. And if you don't have any Renown, you can't buy it because it's not free. Renown, you don't have to spend money to buy it, so don't worry. Yeah, he's a pretty good support operator, and he's not the best support operator, but he's really good in support-wise. Next, Pulse. Now, Pulse here. He has the same gun as Castle's primary gun, but he's very bad. You can look at people's heartbeat through the wall, like if they're like 6 feet away from you or something like that. It is not good at all, and you're probably not even going to use it because how bad it is. But yeah, this is not good at all. Yeah, it's not good. So that's basically it. Let's go on to the next operator. Now, this is one of the best supporting operators because you can heal a lot of people up. Like, you can heal people up, and it's just really good in general. His ability can heal people up. That's what I mean. And it is like really good if you're low. So see, I took some damage. I can use his ability. He only has 3 stim shots, and if you use them all, there's none left. And his guns are really good, except the shotgun. His shotgun, I do not recommend going. If you want to go shotgun operator, you should go mute or smoke, as showed in like a few minutes ago. And he is such a good operator if you're staying in sight, because you can heal your enemies and you can heal your teammates. He is such a good operator. His secondary is really good too, because it works as a mini shotgun. Doesn't do like the same amount of damage as the normal mute shotguns, the mute shotgun and smoke shotgun. Those are obviously way better options if you really want to use a shotgun. And secondary shotguns aren't good in general, so don't be surprised. And he's just a really good operator. He's pretty OP as well. If you get low, your opponent's gonna push you and be like, oh, he's low, it's an easy kill. But then you heal up and then you win the gunfight because you're not as low as you were before. So yeah, he's such a good operator. Now, with Rook. Now, he is a 3 armor operator. Or 3 health, whatever you want to call it. So whenever you deploy your gear, your teammates can also get it, and your health will move up to 145. So this adds about like 20 or 15 health to you. And it's really good if you want to support and help your teammates out. It's a support operator. You never roam with him, especially. It's just such a bad idea. Like, it's actually such a bad idea if you roam with him. And after all your teammates get it, but one teammate didn't, and he's already dead, I recommend, like, shooting it or breaking it so the other team cannot get the Rook armor and help themselves out, because for some reason they can if you leave it unintended and there's like some left. So that's what I recommend. That's basically it from the operator. Now we go on to Kapkan. Now Kapkan is a pretty bad operator. What his ability does is if you put about 2 Kapkans or something on a door, when someone runs through it, it will explode and basically kill the enemy. So if you put about all of it, like I'm pretty sure there's 5, one person will fully die no matter what. But what most pro players do is that they look to see if there's a Kapkan like this. And for example, they see it and never put one head level like this, because they could be crouching and they'll go under it. Yeah, they will actually go under it, which is kind of insane. And his gun is really good. He has the same gun as a zombie, which we'll get into her next. Not next, but in a little bit. His gun doesn't have a lot of recoil, and it shoots pretty decently fast, I'm gonna be honest. I think he's like a 2-speed or something like that. I don't really remember. He's a 1 health, so he has 110 health. And yeah, he's basically like a really good operator. I really like his gun. I don't really use his gadgets sometimes, or his ability sometimes, because it's kind of dog. And let's get on to the next operator, which is Tachanka. Like, Tachanka used to be one of the best operators back then in Old Siege, but now he's not. Now, when you shoot his ability, it has 20 bullets, and the reloading time takes about 17 years. And it does about 5 damage per, like, step on the fire. Like, whenever someone's stepping on the fire, it takes about 5 or 10 damage. So that's really bad. Like, you might be like, oh, it goes up, it will be like 10, and then it will be 30, and then it will be 20, but that's besides the point. It takes so long, too. So long for someone to die from Tachanka, and usually, if you're trying to stop, like, a little push from someone with his bullets, they're just gonna walk through. So you can't really do that. The best thing for Tachanka is supporting your team, and you can make head holes. If you're actually good at the game, you'll know what head holes are. And if you're new to the game, I don't recommend trying out, like, making your own head holes. And if someone is stuck in a corner, you can obviously use his ability to immediately kill them, because they're stuck in a corner and they don't have a lot of areas to move out the way. I think his gun does really good in damage, but it doesn't shoot really fast. So that's something that I don't like. But it is, like, it shoots really fast for how much damage it does. But it's just a shitty operator in general. Like, it's just a shitty operator in general. I'm not gonna lie. No one uses him. He has, like, the lowest use rate. Now we go to Jaeger. Now, back then, in the Old Siege, he used to be one of the best operators ever. And his ability makes it so if you throw a flashbang, this will delete the flashbang. But it does have like a charging time. So if you throw 2 flashbangs, one of them will get into where you're throwing it at. So his ability is not too good at all. It got nerfed a ton. And if you're new, you're going to experience a ton of recoil. But now they changed the recoil, so it's not as high. And with Ubisoft or Rainbow Six Siege, whatever you want to call it, whenever someone or like the whole entire community doesn't play a type of operator, they buff it. And buffing means making it like way better than it usually was. So with Jaeger, people don't really use him because he's not the current meta at all. So people don't really use him a ton. And that's why they buff him. They buff operators that people don't play, because I guess they don't like their community. Now, Bandit. I really like Bandit because of his gun. It does have a lot of recoil and it shoots really fast. And it aims in pretty fast as well. And he is a 3-speed, and I really like 3-speeds because how fast they are. And I really like this guy's gun in general. And this guy is a support operator, but if you're good with him, you can roam. How am I at 1 health? Alright. He can bandit walls. He can bandit walls and make it so no hard breach can get it. Like, none out of every single hard breach can get it. And he's just a really good operator, too. He has a C4, which is already great. If you have a C4, it's already great. He does get played a lot, so he's getting nerfs, he's getting buffs and everything. Well, he's not getting buffs. He's not getting too much buffs. So you can imagine how he is. Now, like, new players, like, most of them play Bandit. So, it's like a kind of like a friendly operator. Because a lot of people use them, like a lot of new people. And in general, me being good at the game, I still play a Bandit to this day. Frost. Now, Frost is a very, very much of a support operator. She has a secondary shotgun, which is already really, really good. Alright. Now, what her ability does, if someone walks into a window like this one, and they jump in, you can put a Frost mat here, and that'll get them low, and they'll have a broken leg, so they'll be like this. They'll be really slow, and it makes a lot of noise. And her gun, it basically just shoots the same as Castle's weapon. And it obviously has no recoil, so don't even worry about the recoil. And she's just like a shitty operator in general, bro. She doesn't have a lot of health. She's low-key kind of slow. Well, not that slow, but yeah, she's not too much of a good operator. She was way better back then. Like, way better back then. People are just... Like, back then, she was played so much that they had to do some really big nerfs. So that's why she's kind of a shitty operator nowadays. And that's why I don't really play her at all. She's like... People are getting better because the game is 10 years old. So people are getting better in pre-firing when they think that there's a Frost mat. So they'll just shoot it, and that's basically a waste of your Frost mat. So let's go on to the next operator, Valkyrie. Valkyrie is a very, very, very support operator. She has cameras, and you can go in the cameras, and you mainly put them around site, and you can go in these cameras like this, and they're just really good cameras. And they're so small that the enemies can't really like find them, and they'll be getting pinged and they don't know where they're getting pinged at. So she's a really good operator. She's a defensive operator, and she's just mainly a support operator. But you can roam just so you don't get killed whenever you're going on cams. Which is the best thing that you should do, is you should go roam, find a little corner, and then you should be fine. Let's move on to the next operator. Kavera. Now with this one, you need to roam. She has a quiet step ability. And with the ability, the opponent cannot hear you at all. Can never hear you. And it makes her way, way faster. She's a 3-speed. She moves very, very fast when she has her ability on. She will knock people, and you can track them by holding square, and then they will be killed, and then like they will be tracked, or their teammates will be tracked. But what they mostly do sometimes is like when they get knocked and they see that's Caveira, they leave the game, and she shoots like kind of like Castle's gun. Like a lot of guns shoot like his gun. It's kind of like what Siege likes, I guess. The gun does like 70 damage or something like that. It does a ton of damage. And I don't really like it because like my aim with this isn't really that good. And I just don't like Cav at all. Next operator is Echo. Now with Echo, he has a ton of recoil if you're new. And you also always need a roam if you're playing Echo. Now, he can jump very, very high up. Let me show you an example. This guy can jump with his drone so high up. He just jumped from there to up here. So his drones are really good. And his drones are almost like a flashbang. It makes it so their screen is like wobbly and moving a lot. And it makes it so it's harder for them to really do anything. But Echo is not used a lot. But I really like his gun though. It shoots really fast. And I just like his gun in general. Next operator, Mira. Now, if you're new to the game, Mira's gonna have a lot of recoil. Like a lot of recoil if you're new to the game. And you're not gonna be able to control it. It takes a while for good players to control it too. So, she has a one-way see-through mirror. So, wait, why is someone behind me right now? Now, her gun shoots so fast. So fast, it's kind of insane. So, what I said, like a transparent kind of mirror thingy, I'll show you right now. Now, her gun actually has a ton of ammo, like for what happens. So, she's a support operator. You mostly use her when you're defending, and I cannot see anything here, and I cannot break it. I cannot do anything to it. But the other person is at right here, and they can easily see you, and they can easily pre-fire you. But you gotta reinforce here, and then put that on, and then they can't shoot you or your toes or your legs. So it's just a really good idea if you want to play her. Next operator, Legion. Oh man. He's a good defense operator, and he's a good roaming operator. His goo mines make it so whenever people step on him, it takes like 5 damage away every few seconds. And he's just a really good operator in general. His gun does not have a lot of recoil at all, and he's a pretty good like helping operator. And when it's kind of like Frost. Think of it as Frost in a sense. And his gun just does a lot of damage for how fast it shoots. So he is definitely my main. Which for obvious reasons. He's just a really good operator in general. Now we go to the demon. This girl, this woman. Her gun has a ton of recoil. If you're new, it has a ton of recoil. Like a ton of recoil. What is this aim, bro? So think of it as Echo's drone. It's kind of like a flashbang, and when you run through it, this will activate and explode and flash you. And it'll make it so it's like you're flashed for like 3 or 5 seconds or something like that. And people don't use her as or with her ability, because her ability is kind of bad, because they're probably just gonna run away and make it so you can't really kill them when they hit her ability. But her movement is really good. Her gun is really good. It shoots really fast and has not a lot of recoil at all. Well, I mean for new players, but it's a really good gun in general. So, yeah, she's a really good operator. I recommend playing her. Now we go to visual. Oh man. So, most operators get one-shotted by his Bashi, but you need to be really, really good and experienced with him. His Bashi has a lot of recoil. You cannot control it if you're new to the game. And with this Bashi, it has way more recoil, but that's only because you shoot it and it goes up. But as you can see, it's one-shotting. Only has 2 bullets. That's why it's like this. And yeah, it's got an ACOG too. And then let's move on to the Bashi. The Bashi, I think, is really, really good because it shoots really fast. Most of these guns, I'm realizing, really shoot fast. And this gun is one of the best secondaries that anybody can have. So, yeah, I just really love this secondary. It's such a good secondary, and it's really hard to counter. So, I recommend always using his secondary, and his Bashi with the SMG-12 is one of the scariest things. Now, we go to Mastery, one of the slowest operators. Not the first ever slowest operator. I mean, this first slowest operator. Alright, whatever. But he's really slow, especially with this gun out. Now, these are cameras, and these can shoot people and take a good amount of damage off of them. So, they're really good. They did get buffed, so they do way more damage than they usually do. And this gun has a ton of ammo. But if you're really new to the game, he's gonna have kind of a lot of recoil and kind of not. So he's not really good at operator. Alibi has alibis that you can use to make people get tricked and think that it's you, and when they shoot it, they'll get spotted every few seconds. So that's something that I really like about Alibi. Her gun is kind of like what's it called? Lesions. That's why I like it a lot. And it does have a lot of recoil, so I recommend using it if you're new to the game. And yeah, it has like way less recoil than Lesion's gun. See what I mean by scan? It was scanning someone because someone shot it, and it's not me. So someone just fumbled right there. Now let's go on to the next operator. One of the only shield operators on the fence. Her ability is dog shit. Just slows people down and takes their damage down. Like, it is practically the worst thing in the game. Yep, we're skipping this. We are definitely skipping this. No, we're not. Now we go on to Cade. His gun is really good. And he defends every single breach operator, which is really cool. I really like that. And he has a really good gun. It doesn't shoot very fast, but it shoots fast enough to do a ton of damage to people. And he is a support operator. You can roam with him. He's not a bad operator to roam with, but yeah, he's just like a really, really good operator. I think he should be buffed and given more of his defending charge thingies, whatever they're called. I think he should be buffed so they're either better or like he gets more. Now I really like Mozzie. He's really fast. He has a really good gun, and his gun does not have a lot of recoil. It's kind of like Legion's gun. That's why I like it. And I'm just the best player with it, but he has been getting nerfed a lot. So he's not the best. His ability makes it so you can hack drones, like every single type of drone. You can hack it. So he's just a really fun operator, and when you get those drones, you own it now. You own it, so you can drone with it, you can do whatever you want with it. So it's really fun. It's kind of like Echo and Maestro, but but some people are like smart and they'll make sure not to like go in the site if they know that you got a Mozzie, and they'll just AFK and spawn. It's either that or they're watching TikTok. And his gun is just, it shoots so fast. I love it. Yeah, I really recommend playing him. He's just such a good operator. And yeah, he's just the funnest operator in my eyes. He used to have 25 ammo, I'm pretty sure. But then they nerfed him, which made me pretty sad. Now we got Warden. Now, this is like hard stuck silver play. We're skipping over Warden. It's embarrassing the main Warden because of he doesn't have like a 1.5, so it's embarrassing. Now we go on to Goyo. Now, this is a really cool one. I'll show you an example on what his ability does. You can shoot it and it will be fire. It's kind of like Tanchanka's ability, but a little bit more dog shit, and yeah. And he has a Miras gun, which shoots really, really fast, and a lot of people really like it, including Jinxie. He mains Goyo, and I don't blame him, because Goyo is a really good operator. He's a defensive operator. You should just stay in sight when you're playing with him. Now with Mai, yeah, he's an alright operator. His gun does have some recoil. I don't really remember what his ability does. I'm pretty sure it makes it so it shoots. Yeah, he just it's basically Jaeger's ability. So I don't really need to explain. It's just Jaeger's ability. So yeah, well he has a really good gun. He is a really good site operator if you play him in sight. So I recommend doing that. Now we go on to Oryx. Now, he has the same gun as Lucian, so he is a really good operator in that type of way. And he has this pushing ability, where he can ram people like this. His ability does take damage off of you if you go through a wall. It takes about 5 damage. And he has a really good gun. I don't really main him because I think his ability is pretty bad. And you can also get up these by holding X. And you can also get up hatches if they're broken by holding X. And that's really fun. And that's like the main thing that people use them for, is to get up hatches. Or you can hang, you can just jump up. He's a really good operator. Then go on to Melusi. Melusi, she just makes you really slow by pushing you into her Melusi, kind of. And she's just not a good operator in general. She is a 3 armor or 3 health, whatever you want to call it. She's really good because she has more than one of her ability things. And she has a shotgun, so she is a really, really good supporting operator. Next is Aruni, one of my absolute favorite operators. My actually favorite operators on defense, of course. Her gun, really good, same as Melusi's, I'm pretty sure. I mean, not Melusi, I mean Mozzie. And you're not dead. Wow. Oh my god, there's so many people there. So soft walls that aren't reinforced, she can punch it. She can, look, she can punch it like that. Punch it. Punch. Punch. So that's really good. She's really good for her ability, so that's what I really like about her. And yeah, that she's just a really good operator in general. Now we go to no, we're skipping over Thunderbird. Now Thorn, she has these thorn shells, and I'll try to show you an example if people don't move out the way. Okay, so he was one shot. Nice. So here's an example. So that's triggering off and then explodes and then he dies. So that's basically how it works. It's not a really good ability, but it is pretty good. Now Azami, one of the best operators in the game. So with her Azami thingies, she can do this. And that means that you can make really good peaks. Now that she got nerfed, you can shoot it and it'll start breaking. And you can still punch it and it'll start breaking. She's a really good operator. And her gun is really good, as I was saying when we were reviewing Kapkan. Alrighty. But her health isn't the best, though. I feel like they should buff her and give her more health, but other than that, she's really good. Now, Solus is not a good operator anymore at all. Back then, she was way better, but now she is not good at all. She can find drones, she can find out if someone is on their camera, and she can find out if someone's trying to breach, and everything like that, but she got nerfed really bad, so I don't even want to review her. Now, Fenrir. Fenrir makes it so people's people seeing is like really bad because there's smoke around them, and like it's really hard for them to like look and see where anybody is at. And he has the same gun as bandits, and it's really good. I really like his ability, but he only has 2 phone calls, I'm pretty sure. No, it says he has 2 more. Capso has 2. Even though it says he has way more than 2, but it's whatever. Now let's go on to the next operator, Two-Brow. Two-Brow, one of the best operators in my eyes. He can slow people down. He can freeze barricades, but his thing doesn't break any barricades or anything. So that's a little bit bad, and it's a little bit good. He has the same gun as Warden, but I'm obviously not going Warden's gun because it's shit. But yeah, his marksman, I'm pretty sure it's a marksman rifle. I don't really remember, but yeah, no, it's not. I recommend going Strike Back if you're gonna play on Two-Brow, because I mean, any DMR in general is just really good, because you're gonna need to tap a lot. I wonder if I can even plug in a Strike Back, because I got my Strike Back. I'll try plugging it in right now. Nah, you can't, because the controllers are way too big. Now, that's basically it. Scopus. Alright. So, it's a disabled person in a robot that probably spent about $1 billion on it. And the gun used to have deadass no recoil. Like, not at all. Like, actually. Like, you wouldn't have any recoil at all. Like, actually none. Like, they made it so you didn't have any recoil. And, like, 12 or something minutes after players realized that there was no recoil. Siege has an update, and that shit was gone immediately. Now you can switch. You can put shields in different types of ways. You can kind of use it as a zombies thing, but not fully. And then you see that ugly bitch right there, and that's the person that got kind of got like paralyzed or whatever. I don't really know. I don't really want to go into full context about it, but yeah, that's basically the operator. Now we go on to the last operator, one of the most fucking chopped. Now, I think he has one of the best abilities. These abilities used to do a ton of damage, and just watch all these connect. It's pretty sick, not gonna lie. And people cannot walk through these, and they'll get zapped, and it's like really like Frost's gun. So yeah, I really like this operator. I think he has one of the most best useful type of abilities. Now we can go on to attack operators. I forgot I had some blueberries left. Let me eat them real quick. Alright. We already did Striker, so we don't need to do them again. Sledge, pretty good operator, to be honest. I'll show you his ability in a second. He has a really good gun. His gun doesn't have too much recoil on it, but if you're new, it's obviously going to have a lot of recoil on it. So, don't recommend if you're new. Now, he has a sledgehammer that you can throw, and it breaks anything. Like this, breaks it. A clear wall, breaks it. Castle barricades, it also breaks it. Mirrors, it also breaks it. It breaks a lot of ones, and his gun is just really good in general. I really like it, I'm not gonna lie. I sometimes play it. Thatcher. Now, Thatcher's a really good operator, and he destroys any bandits, anything that can like Capcans, like mostly all the operators' abilities he can defend. So he's a really good operator. Now we go on to Hard Stuck Silver. Ash is a breaching operator, and you can open soft walls with her. She's a pretty good operator. She has a really good gun, a really good pistol. Yeah, she just breaches a ton of walls, which is really good. She has a ton of recoil on the gun if you're new. But she's really overpowered. She always gets nerfed. But I'll still use her even if she gets nerfed. Because I've been playing her for years now. It's fine. So yeah, she's a pretty good operator in general. And I recommend playing her. She's a really good one. And yeah. So we got another hard breacher. There's mostly hard breachers on the fence. And you can hard breach any soft or hard wall as long as there's no gadgets to break it. If there's no gadgets to break it, then you should be able to hard breach the wall and let your team get full sight control. If you don't know what full sight control is, go to my tips video or live stream, whatever you want to call it. And you'll be, yeah. I can breach any wall, but he used to only have 2, I'm pretty sure, but now he has 3. Probably because he got buffed. But yeah, he used to have only 2, but now he has 3, I guess. So that's kind of cool if you want to say it. And yeah. Now the next operator is Twitch. I did not mean go her shotgun. What? Now she has one of the most high recoil guns in the game. I make it look really easy, but just look. I was not moving my joystick up at all on everything I love. That's the recoil. I know. It's bad, but I make it look like it's not bad at all because I've been playing this game for 5 years. I tell everybody that. Like, see, I can even control that one time. Like, what? She also has drones, obviously, but now she has 4 drones. These drones can break any gadget that can be like shootable like that. And her gadget is pretty good, but it does have a really long reload time to the zaps. Pretty sure it zaps you. It zaps the gadget, I'm pretty sure. But it does take 5 business days for it to recharge back to all of its zaps. So, good luck on getting 3 or 4 zaps in one sitting. It's really hard. So that's basically it about her. Now Montagne, we're not gonna go over Montagne. Now one of the most OG operators, Glass. Now his ability tells you where the enemies are. Like it's basically wall hacks, and you can see the enemies through your smoke. So let me show you an example. Through your smoke. You can see if there's any enemy like that right there, and your enemy cannot see you at all. And when you stay still, when you like stand still, it gets better and better as it goes. So yeah, he's just a good operator in general. He does like 60 or something damage, so that's really cool as well. And it's aimed in a lot, so it's like way easier to hit people. And he's just like a really, really good operator if you just stand in one place and hold an angle. Now we get to fuse. He can fuse charge, and this makes it so whenever he fuse charges on unbreakable surfaces, it will just throw a ton of bombs down. And most people will die, but fuse is dog shit because most people just run away before the bombs even get near. So yeah, he's not a good operator. Most dog shit people play him. If you obviously play all these operators, and I say most people that play these operators are dog shit, remember that you're never dog shit. You can always get better at the game. So never listen to everybody on the internet, only if they're giving you tips, because my tips are actually really good. And let's go on to the next operator. We're not going over him. So with this operator, you can see any gadget. You can see bomb, and you can see any gadget. And I really like her gun here, because it has like no recoil, and it shoots really fast. So I recommend always using this gun, because it is really, really good. And she can just gather intel, and that's a really good thing about her. And she's just a really good operator and everything like that. So now we get on the Buck. One of the best operators once again. He can easily break walls like that. Break them walls really, really fast as well. This gun does have a lot of recoil if you're new. I think I said that a billion times already. But yeah, when you get really good at the game, he's gonna have no recoil, and you're gonna start using him a ton. So yeah, I recommend using him if you're new or if you're not new. But yeah, he's just a really good operator, and I recommend using him. You can. Some people say that he's kind of like a breach gimmick, but only on soft walls. See, some people call him like a kind of like a breach operator, and I kind of like him because he's Canadian and I am obviously. So I guess he supports Canada and fights for Canada. But besides that, he is like such a good operator. He is actually such a good operator. I'm dead. Yep. Let's move on to the next operator. And that operator is black. No, we're not going through. So the Para is one of the best guns in the game, to my eyes. It shoots kinda as fast as Frost's gun. I almost forgot to put the magnifying B. This gun is one of the most overpowered guns in the game, and like it's just like such a good gun. And she can throw these, which will make it either fire or it'll make it smoke. So I think it's a really good one, and it can also breach. It does a ton of damage for how fast it is and how good it is, and that it has a 1.5, and it's an actual good 1.5. So I really like her. She has the same gun as Brava, and Brava is like the best operator in the game. That was like one of the best updates that they could have ever did, and yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna get off now. So bye, everybody.